and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. I know I certainly am. Before we jump into the action, we have a few short announcements we have to get through, the first of which is, if you are watching this video, you might want to give us a like on it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment down below. All of that helps us out tremendously, helps us gain some traction so more people get to enjoy what we are doing here and enjoy more games that all coincide inside of the same living world. In addition to that, if you are looking to watch our games live, please consider joining us over at twitch.tv/prodmjoey. Link to that is down in the description below. And if you are interested in potentially joining one of our games or even just joining our community, hanging out with us and participating in other fun things like that, please consider joining our Patreon. Joining at the lowest tier gives you the option to join our waitlist for any of our pay-to-play games, as well as add you into our exclusive Discord server so you can hang out with everybody that is doing all of their fun things. In addition to that, we also have a wonderful new thing that is going to be happening very soon. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, we are going to have our first sponsored show. Now, everything you've seen on this channel up until now has all been games. People pay, they want to play the game. It is designed to be entertaining for the individuals who are participating in it. These shows are casted fully, they are directed, they are show ran, they are managed, all for the entertainment of the public. And that is what it's going to be closely related to. These large scale, I'm going to say medium production value type of shows on Twitch. So if you are interested in following along for Synodic Drift, maybe you should go over and check out the new Twitter account. New Age Fantasy Roleplay is running everything. I am the showrunner, but we have an amazing cast of individuals that are also in the Discord that you can hang out with and speak to whenever you would like. So, without further ado, go ahead, Artie. Tell us what happened last session. You're muted. Hello? Arite, Wind.
Sorry, I muted. We started off with just after finishing the Golem room puzzle thing. From there, we found a secret entrance into another room, which brought us to a secondary puzzle with a bunch of illusionary walls. I can't remember where the writing was. I can't remember if that was in the initial chamber where we started or in the next chamber.
It was in the original.
But there was writing talking about multiple temples, and this temple being the Temple of the Eye, and a deity having been split by its senses. The temple we were in was the Temple of the Eye. McKeats had eventually, he succeeded a d20 roll against everyone else and had a strange eye on his head, and Rurik had, I think, Protect from Good and Evil, I think he cast on him, which made the white eye go away. However, McKeat was also the one who made it to a chamber with the eye into the, it was a room with a podium behind an illusionary wall, with a glass jar with an eye inside it. And McKeats had agreed to free it, and now has the Sight of the King, I think it was called, or something along those lines.
Sight of the True King.
Thank you. And at that point, we also found a chest where we had to speak his true name. I think its true name was... I can't remember its true name.
Herency.
Thank you. And the chest opened, giving us all masterworked items. I can't remember exactly what everyone got, but I don't think that's necessarily important.
No.
And I think that's all of the big major events from last session. Other than us getting back to town.
Alrighty.
And yeah.
Yep. You met a particular goblin that only Makit and Kyle and Ein recognized by the name of Snook. Snook was a very charismatic little goblin folk, and, well, a lot of you enjoyed speaking with him because he was just such a nice, swell fella and so authentically interested in everything you were discussing because none of you are aware of out of game things, and all of you agree that a 26 on a charisma check means they are very, very good. Unless you want all of your charisma checks to mean nothing as well. That is an option as well. But nonetheless, you all sit around campfires telling minor tales of your fight on the right eye, telling of the nature of the creatures that you had to deal with, eating some food, and giving more official condolences to the families that had lost some of their members in it. All of you enjoying a nice, dutiful celebration engulfing all of Sharis. Late into the evening, many of you end up drinking a little bit or just becoming intoxicated with the air of thankfulness that the folk out here really seem to have towards you. Everyone seems pretty happy and everyone seems fairly joyous at this time. Now, one by one, everybody falls asleep, none the wiser of what's transpiring. And I would like all of you to roll me a d20. Makit. Oh, I was about to say, Makit, you don't have to roll. Warwick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Ein, Kyle, and Makit. While you are slumbering underneath the simple night sky, enjoying the sounds of the local village, the wildlife nearby, you all begin experiencing something again for the second time. You all feel your consciousness is drifting upward. Up back towards that place that you all were when you first saw one another. And when you open your eyes, you're floating, yet again, in this sea of endless specks of light and floating objects around you. You look around and you don't see all of your allies here, but the three of you are.
Well, that seems to have changed from the last stream. Currently, Makita is wondering if he should continue his studies that led to his discovering graviturgy or seeing if this is going to be special.
The other two?
Rorik's just gonna kind of. Yeah, I'm assuming like at some point his.
Wait,
floating
Rorik, you're
made him-
here?
Oh, didn't you say that we were?
Did you? No, I did not. I said very specifically 3 people were here.
Oh, my mistake. I thought you mentioned me in there too. My bad.
Makit, Ein, and Kyle.
I'd like to look around if I find again the same place I were the time before last dream.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Yes.
Okay, somebody's pretty good at this. Ian, are you doing anything?
I was speaking for the last 5 minutes. Fucking not used to the mute button.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah. I'll do something that I didn't think of back then. Would my connection to the deity I worship be felt in this plane? Or am I totally isolated from it?
That is actually a really good question. Let me look at your character sheet real quick and let you know. I just want to confirm which one it is. Thank you. Cool. You don't feel as close to her as you typically do. Though you still sense her presence is not very far. You don't feel ostracized at all. You feel further away. Kyle, with your 26, you see floating around you, there is another planet, one of those smaller round ones that you remember Makit was kind of investigating before. But you also notice that small tray with slightly overflowing water, and it glistens in front of you. Off in the distance, and you're not quite sure how far away this is, you also notice a different plate, tray of sorts. It could be miles away from you. It's kind of hard to judge space and distance.
That's not going to stop McKeith from trying.
That is why you're a wizard.
It's me who noticed it, not Mickey on the sphere, right?
I didn't understand anything you just tried to say.
I noticed the plate, Mickey is on the sphere, if I'm right. Okay. That's right?
Makit, yeah, Makit, you noticed the sphere, so I assume you go over towards it again. As that is your fundamental test of everything. But you do notice the tray floating by, with little bits of water overflowing off of it.
Well, unless the other two want me to follow, I'll go back to the sphere, more studies.
I'm going to the tray. Trying to dash.
Alrighty.
Even if it's far away.
You're trying to get to the further away one?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving throw. 16. You manage to push yourself forward, but you're not in complete control out here. It is a difficult thing to manage, moving in a space that does not have anchoring, any connection to you and solid surfaces, but you are forcing yourself forward. You're just floating like this, though. Ian, are you doing anything?
Can I peer towards the nearest one that's dripping water?
Yeah, you're not very far at all. That one looks much larger.
Yeah, I'll peer inside it to see if there's any details just from just a single glance.
Roll me a wisdom save, Ian.
It's the curse of the cleric.
Where's a halfling when you need one?
I know, right?
I swear, you have to only play halflings. You roll so many ones. You look at it, and as you look at the dish, you have no control over what you see. Okay. You look down inside of it, and you feel like there's something you should be looking towards, something you should be trying to see from it. When you're this high up and you have this much scope of vision, you should strive to see more. But your attention is being drawn towards a specific place. This place is a large cold front of mountains, covered in grasslands and this peaks covered in snow that flurries across it. You look around at it, and there appears to be a large valley nearby, with a sizable tree that hooks and twists, bends upwards towards the sky, but then bends over the large valley between two mountainous ranges. Your attention wanes there for a little while. And then you hear a soft voice. Go. And then you blink and you're back in your bed.
Do I sense any urgency in that voice? It's just like
Roll an insight.
18.
Est-ce que t'as déjà faim ou tu veux
Non, c'est pas compliqué.
Not so much urgency as appeal to head in a certain direction. It doesn't sound like it's very, like, crucially urgent, but it definitely sounds active in what it wants you to do.
I
Now-
will.
Yeah.
Just saying that the moment I realize that I'm back in my bed, I will quickly try to jot down what I saw in case I end up forgetting.
Alrighty. Mikit, I would like an investigation from you.
Ooh, that's when I'm supposed to be good at.
All right. This is what this session's going to be like. Cool. So Mikit, you're looking around on this and you feel that pull towards the center of this object and you start analyzing it, trying to figure out the exact dimensions of why you are being pulled to the surface here. But as soon as you get so far away, you no longer have any traction and you begin discovering gravity and exactly what it is and outlining the theory behind it as best as you can. And even as you begin experimenting, the only thing you can really work on were those next notes you had from all of these months of travel up until this point. You do manage to figure out a little bit more in your spellcasting, though. And Kael, I would like another intelligence save. Okay. This time you force yourself forward, starting to get the hang of it. You have to concentrate your imagination to travel here. Will your body forward, will it to move on its own accord, and evaluate the self. The more you break down each muscle that has to move, each idea of progress, the further you go, and the faster you go. And you are getting much closer to that other dish. In fact, it's getting larger. Even as you are moving closer to it, it appears to be widening and more water fills more aggressively, becoming more of a waterfall than a gentle trickle that you saw from the previous one. When you're several hundred feet away, you feel a tautness pull against you. And when you look back, there's that same chain that you had before. And it's wrapped around your body, leading to the center of your chest. By the way, I muted you because I'm not sure if you wanted your conversation to be public or not. You feel that tautness, and you're only a few, maybe 700 feet away. It's really difficult to judge distance here from that other pool.
Keep fighting. To get that.
There's a chain stopping you physically.
I like to evade. Try to evade from the chain.
There is a chain connecting into your chest.
Oh.
Yeah. So you dash around, and it's still connected to you. However, this far out, you hear a voice. The voice is much closer than when you typically hear it. Kyle, do not break your tether.
You in the chain?
It is your keepsake to your home.
And what is there?
What is what?
Why don't you, I'm asking like what is the tray? What can't I see there?
Your chain keeps you connected to your home. You must stay connected or risk never returning. But I will teach you how to break your chain and extend it further.
Okay.
From this distance, roll me a perception check. That other dish is far larger than the one that you just left. But you just can't get a good angle to look in or around it. In time, you will reach further.
Damn. And is there any other people around? Or only us three and no one else, and I've not come across anyone else in the drink?
Are you asking me or are you asking the voice?
I'm asking you, Gerald, yeah.
You don't notice anybody else around. I mean, last time you were here, there were so many people here. But this time, it appears to only be you three. Or maybe they're someplace else. Maybe they're so far you can't see them and your attention's too pulled in different directions. Who knows?
I turn to the dish and I look at it and I'm just like, damn, so close. And I turn back and try to find the source of the voice and get him to teach me how to fucking get there.
I will teach you. In time. For now, tell your curious friend to peer That's your home.
Which curious fan?
You turn around and there's
how
only
many-
one more person here. Ein left.
Huh. Question from a non native. Peer at your home, would it mean to tell Mickey to peer at his home or peer at my home?
Your home was the royal your, so your home world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm telling you that, Mickey, but you should peer at your home, like our home, like our world. I don't know.
Oh, is that what the dishes are for?
He says as he's sitting on his own little planet, just playing around.
I don't know, is it? You're the wizard. You know magic, I don't.
Alright, I'll take a look.
Alrighty.
Use your pretty eyes of yours to look at it, maybe.
And speaking of which, did that protection from good and evil off?
Oh,
And
that's
did
10 minutes. Yeah.
And did I get my third eye back when it finished?
It's kind of hard to look at your forehead, but if you would have peered and looked for it, it was not there. You see the rough outline of it still, but you don't see it actively there.
Dang it, Rorik. I kind of wanted to see what having a third eye would do. Other than make me stand out way too much. Anyways, I go take a look at the dish above our home.
Okay? You just look at it, plain and simple.
I've got this fancy new site. I also see if it has any interaction with this pool.
Mine as well. Mikit, what is on the forefront of your mind right at this very moment?
Curiosity and the desire to learn however much I can.
Okay. You peer into the dish of water. And Kael, you watch as that eye blinks open, revealing itself on Makit's forehead. Sucks you can't look at your own forehead, but it shows up every time you use the ability.
Oh well,
And
can't be all good.
as you look down at the dish, you see a group of individuals walking around the outskirts of a noble-looking chamber. There are 10 seats there, all of them filled with individuals who aren't quite in your focus. And the cloaked individuals walking around seem to go completely unnoticed, even by the royal guards that are all around. These individuals seem to be watching them carefully. And as there is a conversation between this table of nobles, you can't hear anything. You can only see. You watch as one of the cloaked individuals walks up to one and whispers in their ear. And immediately after shaking their head yes, they begin shaking their head no. And then your vision, well, the vision in the pool shimmers, and you blink awake back in your bed, Mikit.
Out of character, that's slightly worrying.
I don't know why. However, Kyle, you watch as Mikit looks at it, and after the ripple happens, they disappear from sight. At that exact moment, you see the thin-scaled individual float beside you, Kyle. You see a large piece of metal attached to their chest and 2 chain links that look snapped at the bottom. This individual's a lot taller than when you first saw them, but they still look very frail. Kyle. That eye is powerful, but there are more aspects that the true king can give you.
Why do you want me to go after those?
Because you are not afraid to ask why.
The egg or the chicken? Who came first?
Most from your home never question, though they should. They should all know why your home exists.
And why does it exist? If you know, tell me. There's no reason why getting around the point.
Roll a persuasion, Kyle.
Not my big.
Yep. You're not amazing at everything.
No. No,
Nine.
no.
This information must be discovered with proof. I cannot
Where?
go to your home. I am left untethered to drift here.
What do you want from me? Do you want to get to my home? You want to get there? Or what?
I want to go
Who
to
are you?
my home. And you're going to help me. And I will help you learn everything that you desire.
That's cool. But what is your home? Do we share the same home?
We do not.
Huh. So how can you help you go to your home if I cannot even leave my own?
That is why I will teach you to extend your chain.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid to sleep. Elves rarely wish to do so. But in dreaming, you may discover more. You feel the hand reach over your shoulder, the palm of it fitting over the entirety of your section of your back. And they just gently push you towards the pool. and you fall into it, stumbling for a moment and then waking up in a jolt.
Before, because I was watching right into hit. Beside the locket and the chain on his chest, is there any other details that I noticed about him? Like,
Roll me a
what
quick
his face look
investigation.
like?
Investigation.
With advantage.
Yep, you're good at these. Slick back, pure white stringy hair that seems to have receded. Thin, very ghostly thin. You could count their ribs in their open jacket just from looking at them. And they were that same complexion that I described previously. Their face, its origin strikes you as potentially elven. It had those sharper cheekbones and more elegant features that you can associate with it, but they don't look like any elf you've ever met.
What's the color of the skin? Like just-
Green.
Okay, green skin. Fucking orc.
Very pale green.
So very pale green, very thin, but no. Does it look very old? Like, is the skin like wrinkled, or
They look aged. But the skin is too taut to look wrinkled.
okay? And is there, when I wake up, is that on top of my mind, in my memory?
Oh yeah, everything's
Any
there.
any kind of reference that I could find about the stuff of his on his chest with the two chain, the large piece of metal with two chain links?
I
Any
mean,
symbology?
nothing that you've ever researched into before. Maybe that's something you might need to start working on. But anyways, Warwick, Arite, you wake up feeling so refreshed. Such a good night's sleep, relaxing. The bedrolls seemed, significantly softer than usual. Not to mention the drink was good, the food was plentiful, though it wasn't the best tasting food ever, it's just plentiful. You all are now awake.
Does anyone want any tea? I made some. And I hope you don't mind. I used a couple things I saw in the cupboards.
He just roughly grunts in acknowledgement while just pondering a piece of paper.
Here's a cup for you. Harry, here's some, you sleep all right last night?
I slept unusually well, thank you. Thank
That's
you for
good.
the tea, Rulik.
It's nothing. Okay, Kyle, here you go. Darius, you as well.
Thank you.
Is Snook in this area too, or?
He would have slept in his tent.
Excuse me a moment. I'm gonna go give Snook a cup of this as well. Andrew goes to go see Snook.
Alrighty. You wander on out, directly outside of Ein's personal house. Within 10 feet, you're over at the front of his magnificent tent that looks easily designed for 20 people to sleep comfortably.
Excuse me, Snook, are you here? Are you awake?
What do you want?
I brought you some tea.
Is there any booze in it?
There could be. Usually, not much would go well with this brand, but in my personal experience, it's been something flavorless, but with that kick, like a vodka sort of thing. But
What
I
the
don't have
hell
any.
are you jabbering?
Here you go.
He wanders over, and when he opens up the flap of the tent, you see that there are 3 halflings and a dragonborn, all completely nude, lying on his floor. 2 of the halflings are female. The dragonborn's female, and the other halfling appears to be male.
He's definitely a bard.
I know. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah. All right, give it to me.
Do you want me to get some cups for your companions there?
Who? Oh, shh. Shh. He closes the flap and then begins like walking out away from them. I didn't expect that they would fall asleep there. Shit. Okay.
I mean, looks like someone had fun last night. Bird gives a knowing smile.
Yeah. Cool. So, well, this just got a little awkward.
What part got awkward?
The part where you gave me tea with no alcohol, even though you know I'm hungover. He pulls out a flask from somewhere and just starts pouring it in, and then tightens it.
Usually the tea's there to help get rid of the hangover, but everyone has their own methods.
A hangover is a lack of alcohol when your body needs it. Give it a little bit, slowly get yourself off. Trick of the trade. Around this time, you see a very large hobgoblin with a red complexion, pulled up tight bun at the top of their hair, wanders over with a very, like, broody look on their face.
Morning, sir.
Hey, Croapy. Tosses them the flask, snatches it, and then starts drinking. Ignore my friend. He doesn't really talk much to most people. He doesn't like people that much, honestly.
Well, that's fair. I've known some people in my life that I wish I didn't.
Yep. Lots of them. Croapy just takes a very, very long drink and then just glares back at you. All right, Croapy, stop being so fucking rude, okay? He is a client and a friend.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Joe. How do you say his name? Croapy?
Croapy, Kropi.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Croapy.
He stretches his hand towards you and then
Burke
picks
shakes
up
it.
your teacup out of it and then just starts sipping that and puts it back.
Did you like it?
He
Yeah,
goes
I thought I
over
could
into
use
the tent.
Some more sugar too.
Don't mind him.
Quick question, Jero, too. Hangovers, could that be considered like a poisoned condition, or?
No. Hangover is not the poison itself.
Okay.
Drunk is the poison. Hangover is your body wants that substance that didn't previously have. Closer to a disease, but I also don't allow... You have a punishment for getting drunk, despite Paladin.
I was hoping I could lay on hands or something to help him out.
You could sober someone up by doing that, but then they immediately become hungover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I just had alcohol, now I don't.
Oh man, that'd be like torture for a dwarf.
Yep. I've never felt this way before in my life. So yeah, buddy, what are we doing today, huh?
Oh, well, I wanted to ask you last night, but you were having so much fun partying, I didn't want to bother you with it. You said you were heading to Asarius, correct?
Yes. That's right.
And And you mentioned all your connections. I was just wondering, do you think you could make a delivery while you're there for me? I'll pay you for it too. Or just
Sure thing. What do you need?
well, recently I came into possession of this very finely made cloak, and we're kind of brings out the that cloak he got from the place, the nice green one that was masterwork.
Wow, this is. Holy crap, this is one sturdy, good cloak. Oh, it's masterwork too. Every adventurer needs one of these.
I agree. But that being said, I was just hoping. Do you think you could be able to deliver this to one of the dens there
What then?
in Asarius? So I need to check my notes again.
Yeah.
No, not that one. Den Olios.
His expression immediately drops.
Is that possible or no?
No,
It's not.
they don't like me at all.
I don't. What? I don't know why. I mean,
Oh, me neither,
Granted.
buddy. He takes a very long swig of the tea, and now it's empty.
I mean, granted, they don't. Most of them don't like me either, but I've given them a reason.
I have not.
No, I believe it. It's like you're a swell fellow.
I am, aren't I?
Yes. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I mean, I think me and Ian are gonna start making breakfast soon. Do you want me to make you something in particular, or it's probably gonna be maybe some toast and maybe some eggs if we can find some. You and your companions and Croppy, or
Oh, sure. Yeah. Food. That sounds great.
all right. Sorry to bother you so early in the morning, too.
Yeah. Just give me a couple more hours.
Make sure you're hydrating yourself too. And then Rook goes to the walks back into Ein's house to help cook breakfast.
Alrighty. You head back inside. Everybody else, you're all awake. Arite is AFK. Everyone else, you're now awake.
How's Lucas doing? Rick.
What was that?
Guys, people are role-playing with you.
No, sorry, you said it so fast I didn't hear what you said.
How's Lucas doing, man?
Oh, he's doing all right. He had some guests over and making some breakfast for him, Croppy, and his guests last night.
Oh, Croppy's there. Nice to know.
Yep.
Gonna.
Currently, he's just trying.
The other guy.
Currently, he's just trying to fix his hangover with some more alcohol.
Oh, Croppy fixing his hangover? The man is always drunk, like 24/7. There's no way he's fixing his hangover. No. Snooky can he can like go down. Croppy, you don't want to see him sober.
Why not?
Because he's the biggest pain in the ass in the world when he is. He get talkative.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a good conversation, I would think.
You haven't had enough conversations with, not sure if it be the right sort of people or the wrong sort of people.
Beg your pardon, but I've had conversations with all sorts of people. It's just part of life. Sometimes you get irritated by them, sometimes you like them a lot. And sometimes you just don't have enough conversation to understand them, which is what you try to do, you know?
Yeah.
Sure thing, Gramps.
Croppies and shit though. You guys might be I get along quite well. Yeah, and I'm talking to Rorikin. Not Rorikin, Croppy. It's seen shit. It's into that you've seen shit, although.
Well, I mean, when you get to be my age, you've seen quite a bit of things.
Yeah.
Ian, these eggs. Is it alright if I use these ones here?
Feel free to use whatever's in there. Most
Thank
of
you.
it will be replenished daily anyway.
Well, that's good to know, but it's always polite to ask for permission on these sort of things.
Mhm.
It's not my house after all. And yeah.
By the way, Rorik, this tea, amazing. I mean, it's weird to me, but I start to like you, and I don't like a lot of humans. I haven't met a lot of actually, but we're not supposed to like you guys.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between what others say you're supposed to like and what you personally like. It's a matter of perspective. And thank you. I mean, it honors me that out of the humans you have met, that I'm one of the ones you like.
Well, one off. I would strip it down to the only one actually. The other humans I met, well, they've been dealt with by the dynasty military quite fast. How did you manage to survive in Rossona? How you managed to get into Rossona in the first place?
I've never been to Rasona. I was expressly told it's not a place for someone like me.
Oh, I thought you told me that you were coming from Rossona, you, Darius, and Arite recently. But might be my mistake.
No, I believe we said Asarius.
Oh, my bad. Well, it's still a wonder that you've survived so long in Zohas, being, I mean, EU.
Well, it
And,
helps when I'm more or less just a harmless old man.
Yeah, hell. Anyway, if I just wanted to tell you, if at any point we come across Drow guards, dynasty members, 10 people, just say I'm vouching for you, and it should maybe not open so doors, but not put you straight up to the execution pit.
Well, I mean, if they ask about me, just tell them the truth. I'm a servant.
No, you're not.
I am indeed. I am the servant of the Platinum Dragon, and of other people as well. I prefer helping them out, keeping them happy. By the way, how do you like your eggs?
What is his name? Perfect.
I prefer mine scrambled.
Perfect.
I mean, I don't know. In France, there is such a thing as neuf parfait, which is literally a perfect egg, which is just like you cooked only slightly the white, and the yellow remain like it's basically what you put
sunny
on,
side up.
No, sunny side up is like just you put something on. It's,
Poached.
I
think
poached.
that's
Yeah,
poached.
it's poached. It's poached, but even a little bit less cooked than poached. Poached already exists, but poached all the white is cooked. Perfect is just like the surface of the white is.
Yeah, so Rurik will attempt making a perfect egg, but he's never done so before. Should I roll something for that, Jero?
Survival.
Oh,
Wow.
it's that game
Whew.
today.
All right, guys, I'm gonna
Hey.
throw an enemy at you.
Get
Two
it out of the system.
goblins. You're dead.
And one of them was Snook the whole time.
No, Snook will not fight Kyle.
Oh,
Snook would never fight us. He's way too kind and swell.
He will throw me inspirations.
My apologies, Cal. I tried to make it like you said, but it came out scrambled, just like McKeith's.
That's fine. Put some herbs in it, and it's perfect. Don't worry.
And Ari, here's your eggs the way you like them. Which I, as a player, don't know, but I assume Rurik would know by now.
Probably.
Never had scrambled eggs before?
What kind of
And
fucking
Miss-
snooty people are you? Scrambled eggs are eggs
they
when you
don't-
don't give a fuck. Like it's just.
Miss Sign, I didn't know which kind you like, but I did make you some sunny side up. Is that okay, or?
I'm fine with any really. I'm rarely picky with what I eat.
All right. I have a couple more plates here. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go give the rest to Snook and Croppy and his guests. And
They
Rick leaves me
like
to do
it.
that.
They like their eggs as omelets. Croppy usually does it, but he always burns it. So if you can get them a good cooked omelette, I think Snook will be quite happy.
So Rurik goes to deliver that breakfast and
Alright.
leaves the party to talk amongst their breakfast.
There you go,
and
party.
Rurik, before you go out, tell him to actually clean up after himself and not bury it in everything in my backyard again.
I'll let him know.
Since we're all in here, I will slowly like put the paper on the table. So any of you others had a very insightful dream yesterday?
Do believe it was you, me, and Kyle. Didn't see any of the others this time.
Just worried if there's anyone else that got dragged into it as well that we don't know of. In any case, I peered through one of the mirror things, and this is the light record of what I saw from it. It just says like a vista of snowy mountaintops with trees, a large tree reaching to the sky before resting on the mountain valley itself. I never really ventured outside, so I don't know where else this would lead to. So if any of you have a clue of what it is,
Would this definition ring a bell to Kyle? Kyle is not a big bar traveler, but his father is, and he's told him stories.
Roll a religion check.
Ugh.
Why are you saying ugh? You're smart.
Oh, yeah, okay. but I'm not proficient in. Like, I mean, I'm
Oh
wrong.
god,
want
I
proficiencies
picked one of the
everywhere.
3 skills you're not an expert in. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you're pretty good at religion. 3's good. I mean, passing knowledge, nothing else more than that.
email?
No.
I'm saying that to Ain. Like, I have no clue what you're talking about. Like, I don't know. I have no idea what this place might be. Like, there is thousands of mountains around here. Wymount, and live beside Alexandria. It could be any of them.
Maybe we could ask some of the older people here to see if they have any clue. Or maybe Rory has a clue about it as well. Who
Rorik
knows?
is just staring at Arite.
Wait, what? No, I thought I left the room to
Oh,
get
not Rorik,
snakes.
sorry. The other person who's not here. Darius is just staring at Arite.
Is there something I can help you with, Darius?
Do you feel like engaging in the conversation?
Fair enough. Personally, I do not know of what you had experienced last night, so
Darius rolls his eyes exaggeratedly at you. Dude, a valley between the mountains.
pardon, I didn't quite hear that.
You said that part, Ein. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snowy in the trees.
No,
the
I mean
valley.
just now you were quiet.
Oh, you didn't hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Okay. A valley between the mountains. Slightly snow-covered peaks, but mostly greenland around it.
Oh yes, it is a very nice place. Fairly treacherous, just like the rest of insert continent I can't remember the name of.
Jorhas.
Just like the rest of Jorhas.
Well, if anything, it might be our next clue, probably. Although I can't really be too sure about it.
Wait, what place are you talking about? Out of character, I cannot think I know, but in character.
There's a very particular person whose entire backstory is that place.
Hey.
And Darius keeps staring at you.
Look at the bloody map, man!
I'm looking at the map.
It's called Ruins of Draconia,
Yeah.
the birthplace of the Dragonborn. Their old home that is now in disrepair because of the Chroma Conclave, and nobody has resettled that territory vastly ever again. The place they are describing is literally that place.
Yeah.
All right, we're going on
what
break,
did-
everybody. We'll be right back.
Oh, wait.